Search for an 18-year-old with autism is over. Good evening and thanks for joining us for WSLS 10 at 6.
Timothy Kilpatrick was found safe a half a mile away from his Bedford home along Big Island Highway just after 8 this morning. He'd been missing since this past weekend, and that's when investigators say he walked away from his home.
WSLS 10's Rachel Lucas spoke to the family who found him near their dog kennel.
After missing for nearly 3 days, the search for Timothy ended here at the Key family farm, only half a mile away from where Timothy grew up. The Key family says they knew something was strange when the dogs were barking early this morning.
He was laying right over here.
After days searching and praying, Kay Key's husband found 18-year-old Timothy Kilpatrick safe and asleep by their dog kennel early Wednesday morning.
And these dogs were licking on him from the inside, and Hank was laying out here beside of him.
Hank, their yellow lab, was licking his face, laying next to Timothy, almost as if he was keeping him warm.
He said this morning before he went out, I prayed for God to help us to find this young man today, and he walked right over there and found him.
What she says is nothing short of a miracle.
For some reason, I hadn't done it all the week, but I hollered, Timothy, Timothy, where are you?
Only minutes later, that's when she says her husband found him with Hank.
I said, son, I'm going to get you some help. You're just going back to sleep. And he opened his eyes and kind of looked at him, and then he just closed them back. And he kept laying there until the police got there.
She says the family had noticed things in their vehicles had been moved, so they suspected he might have been hiding in the woods on their property, afraid of strangers.
You could tell he had been through barbed wire fences and all. He was all scratched up and his clothes was torn.
She said he quickly ate and drank crackers and water he was given and became emotional when he saw his father.
Now, he hadn't shown any kind of emotion at all until his father got there, and he was just all smiles and tears rolling down everybody's faces at that point.
Sheriff Brown says their department will be giving assistance to the family to make sure that this doesn't happen again. In Bedford County, I'm Rachel Lucas, WSLS 10.